I'm a Mary woman, and my name's Rita Wright. I am from Brewarrina, and I'm neighbour. And my dad's a Waka Waka from Queensland. And I would like to acknowledge the people of the land and our elders past and present, and our children that have passed on. And I'm a survivor from the stolen generation, never got education, so I'm learning. And I would like to thank people that have asked me, the education department, to come to do the acknowledgement here in Parramatta. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Training Services New South Wales, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Training Awards for 2020. Unfortunately, COVID-19 means we're not able to celebrate together today. However, it is terrific that we're able to hold this ceremony online. To begin with, I'd like to acknowledge that wherever we are, we're meeting on Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. I extend my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and a warm welcome to all Aboriginal people with us today.
The Western Sydney Vocational Training Committee consists of employers, industry representatives, registered training organisations, government organisations and community members with a common aim to promote vocational education and training, apprenticeships and traineeships, all of which contribute to enhancing the standard of skills base in the Western Sydney region. Judging panels are independent and free from any conflicts of interest that may arise. These panels select our finalists and winners on merit according to the guidelines set out by the New South Wales Training Awards.
My name is Glenn Gallagher. I'm the Regional Manager for Training Services New South Wales, Western Sydney and Blue Mountains. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to be part of the New South Wales Training Awards for the region. The New South Wales Training Awards has been around for 65 years and we showcase the best of our apprentices, trainees, students, employers, training providers and teachers. 2020 has been an extremely challenging year so far, but it hasn't stopped the amazing work being conducted by all our learners within Western Sydney. And I'm continually amazed at the quality of our applicants. I was lucky enough to be part of the interview panel for the Apprentice of the Year and the Trainee of the Year in 2020. And I'm amazed at the stories that are coming through from our students. I feel really, really privileged to be in the position I'm in, to be able to celebrate and work with the apprentices and trainees and be a part of their journey. It does showcase vocational education and training as a real pathway to success, not only for a career, but in life in general.
Our first award for today is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Vet in Schools Student of the Year. Vet in School provides students with the opportunity to begin vocational studies to provide them with a pathway to a career while still at school. These courses are also recognised by New South Wales Educational Standards Authority towards students' records of school achievement. Vet in School courses may provide credit to a student's university admission score or may even provide the entry directly into further study in vocational or university courses. Our finalists are Megan Dupluy, Certificate 2 in Hospitality, attended the School of Northmead Kappa High School, trained by Public Schools New South Wales in Macquarie Park. Our next finalist, Dominic McNamara, Certificate 2 in Kitchen Operations, His school was Rosemary College and he was trained by the Sydney Catholic Schools. Our next finalist, Arthur Sadek, Certificate 2 in Hospitality, attending the school of Delaney College. And he was trained by Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta. Our last finalist is Yu Yin Tsang, Certificate 2 in Business. Her school that she attended was St Agnes Catholic High School, trained by Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta. And the winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Vet in Schools Student of the Year is Dominic McNamara. Dominic McNamara is currently completing a Certificate 2 in Hospitality Kitchen Operations at Benedict Trade Training Centre while still at school full-time. Not only is Dominic excelling in his hospitality studies, he is also an extremely high calibre Year 11 student at Rosebank College, with extracurricular activities showcasing his commitment to community service.
Well, I saw they had it offered at school. It's a cooking-based course, and I'm really into cooking and was really interested in what goes on in the industry. And also it meant that I could finish a course for my HSC in Year 11, meaning that I'd have more study periods in Year 12. So it was a real win-win situation. I'd like to thank my parents. They've been very supportive in this. They haven't tried to hold me back in any way. Whatever I needed, they supplied for me. I'd like to thank my teacher, Ms. Pavicic, for nominating me for this award. I knew nothing about this award until then, and I'd like to thank my friends for supporting me through this.
Our next category is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains School-Based Apprentice or Trainee of the Year. School-based apprentices and trainees are employed in their vocation while undertaking their higher school certificate and their vocational study. These students need to be on the commitment to study both their HSC and their vocation. School-based apprentices complete Stage 1 of their apprenticeship school, and trainees complete a full Certificate 2 or 3 qualification. James Dineen, Certificate 2 in Warehouse Operations. Host employer is the Reese Group. He was trained by Murray Mallee Training Company, and his school that he attended was Redfield College. Our next finalist is Jessica Libreri, Certificate 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care, employed by Explore and Develop Emu Plains, trained by the Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta. Her school is Cath West Innovation College, the McCarthy campus. Our next finalist is Joshua O'Neill, Certificate 3 in Joinery, employed by Charisma Joinery Proprietary Limited, trained by TAFE New South Wales and attends the school of Rudy Hill High School. Our next finalist is Chloe Pelle, Certificate 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care, employed by Explore and Develop in Penrith, trained by the Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta. Her school that she's attending is Cath West Innovation College, McCarthy campus. And the winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains School-Based Apprentice or Trainee of the Year is Jessica Libreri. Jessica has always had a passion for early childhood education and decided to volunteer at the centre Explore and Develop. The director of the centre immediately recognised that Jessica's personality was consistent with the traits required to be a good early childhood educator, and so offered her a school-based traineeship.
I chose my vet course because I love early childhood education and care. You know, that's been a dream, being a childhood teacher all my life. And when I saw vet I saw open doors everywhere, and yeah, that's why I chose vet, because I saw I could still do my HSC and be in Year 12 while completing what I love, and it gives me a chance to do it early as well. I'd like to thank my family, you know, their ongoing support through it all, always encouraging my dreams. I'd like to thank my teachers from Cath West Innovation College, Early Childhood, and all the other teachers. You know, without their support and them nominating me, I actually wouldn't be here today. So thanking them, and also to my employees, Catherine, Kathy and Diane, you know, at work, their support and making me the best I can be is just amazing.
Our next category is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Vocational Student of the Year. Vocational students are engaged in studying part-time or full-time in a course that leads to a nationally recognised outcome or qualification. Their training may be linked to their employment, although there is no formal training contract. Our finalists are Rosemary Dale, Certificate 3 in Individual Support, trained by Carbon Training Solutions. Our next finalist, Wilson Henrich Dulay, Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, trained by TAFE New South Wales. Luke Stadler, Diploma of Event Management, trained by TAFE New South Wales. Dannielle Thompson, Diploma of Beauty Therapy, trained by TAFE New South Wales. And the winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Vocational Student of the Year is Rosemary Dale. Rosemary reinforced to the panel that she is a lifelong learner who seeks the opportunity to further improve and extend her current skills and knowledge. She enrolled in a Certificate 3 in Individual Support offered by her employer, Australian Unity Home Care Services. Her employer recognises the passion that she brings in empowering and supporting others.
I chose this course particularly because I've never done one in individual care before. I've done lots of courses over the years, but not in individual care. I wanted a different angle on how to deal individually, and this course also had a lot on dementia, which a lot of my clients are, and dementia is not something for old people. There's young people with it as well. So that was one of the reasons I did it, was for the individual side of things. I'd like to thank my employer, Australian Unity, and also I did a smart and skilled funding that came through for me this time. And that was amazing. Like, you don't want for anything. Everything was all there. There's a great library, so it was good. But yeah.
Our next category is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year. Our finalists, Kimberley Eastwood, with a Certificate 3 in Business, trained by the Australian College of Commerce and Management, Group Training Organisation, Work Ventures Limited, and her employer is the New South Wales Department of Education. Lakin Kidd, Certificate 3 in Hairdressing, trained by TAFE New South Wales and employed by Marlowe Hair. Sokoveti Ugavuli, Certificate 3 in Business, trained by the Australian College of Commerce and Management, Group Training Organisation, Work Ventures Limited, and employed by Uniting LAC. And the winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year is Kimberley Eastwood. Throughout her Certificate 3 Business Administration traineeship, undertaken through the Australian College of Commerce and Management, and with support of her employer Work Ventures, Kim has thrived. Her traineeship has taught her many skills, which, as she noted, meant that she could immediately put them to use within her role at the Department of Education in Parramatta. Kim is proud to say that she has been raised in a family where her whole culture and Indigenous history is extremely important. Kim continues to engage in her local community and is extremely proud to be able to represent her heritage within her job role.
I chose to study business administration, I guess, as I thought it'd be a great pathway to get into the corporate world. I was working in childcare for 5 years previously and just sort of needed that step in the door to get in. And it's already opened up so many doors for me. I'm doing project work, EA work, and I've got a lot of business knowledge that I can take with me for the rest of my life. I'd like to thank Jenny from Work Ventures. She was the one that was patient with me, sat with me and sort of thought about what I wanted to do, what I wanted to achieve, and she was able to set me up with the Department of Education. So I guess I thank her for giving me this opportunity.
Our next category is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Trainee of the Year. Trainees are employed either full-time or part-time and are studying a non-trade vocational course linked to their employment. Traineeships are usually between 12 and 24 months. All traineeships lead to a nationally recognised vocational qualification from a certificate 2 up to an advanced diploma. Our finalists are Danya Jaroudi, certificate 3 in business, trained by Train Australia. Group training organisation, ARC Group Training, employed by Unisys. Our next finalist, Waleed Kurdi, certificate 3 in business, trained by AFL Sports Ready Education Limited. Group training organisation, AFL Sports Ready Limited, employed by the GWS Giants Football Club. Luke Phillips, certificate 3 in retail, trained by Kentucky Fried Chicken Proprietary Limited, employed by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ricky Rangra, certificate 3 in business and trained by Train Australia. Group training organisation, ARC Group Trading, employed by Westpac. And our winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Trainee of the Year Award is Ricky Rangra. Ricky migrated to Australia at the age of 4. The financial services industry had a transformative impact on his upbringing, as it enabled his parents to buy a house and other things that are a part of everyday life. This was the key to his motivation to pay it forward. In 2019, Ricky made the unconventional decision of deferring an undergraduate scholarship at the University of Sydney Business School to pursue a 12-month traineeship with ARC Group Training, and was hosted to the Westpac Group. His friends and family were somewhat confused as to his thinking. He has continued to be an advocate around the value of traineeships as a catalyst for professional growth, due to the on-the-job component.
So Mark, the reason that I chose my vet course is that my interest in business was really honed by my high school teachers through years 9 and 10. I had the opportunity to participate in the ASX share market game and actually sort of really research into different investment options, into the industry and into markets. In 2017, I had the opportunity to be chosen for the prestigious UBS Finance Academy, where directors in the investment banking division gave us talks on how finance is a really global industry and what it contributes to different societies, different countries, and the community as a whole. Now, in terms of my placement at Westpac, I was incredibly thrilled when I was told that I had the opportunity to do a traineeship there, because I really wanted to see, working at one of Australia's biggest companies and Australia's oldest bank, how we engage with customers, what we can do to help them, and how we can, be there for our customers in their times of need. What we've seen in the past 24 months with the Hayne Royal Commission, with the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the recent bushfire disaster in Australia, shows that people out there really need help, whether it be with cash flow or trying to achieve their financial goals. And I really wanted to play my role in helping that, progress and helping those customers who sort of need our support. The finance and banking industry can have an incredibly transformative impact on the livelihoods of many, many people out there. And I saw this traineeship as a great opportunity to actually learn on one hand and actually apply my on-the-job skills and on-the-job training to helping our business goals. The people that I'd like to thank are the people that have given me their time at the end of the day, as well as those people who have really believed in me. When I was at Westpac, I took my time to reach out to different business leaders who are at the top of their fields and get advice from them on things like career progression, on things like developing personal goals, and how I can really develop myself to be the leader of tomorrow that I want to be.
Our final category is the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Apprentice of the Year. An apprenticeship is a good way to prepare yourself for the future with on-the-job training in a highly skilled career as a tradesperson. Apprentices are trained on the job by master craftsmen who are experts in their field. They also informal training, which may occur on or off the job, depending on the training provider. Apprenticeships are usually a Certificate 3 nationally recognised qualification and provide the minimum level of training to obtain a trade licence. Our finalists for the Apprentice of the Year are Danielle Bortoli, Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology, Group Training Organisation, ECA Training Proprietary Limited, NECA Electrical Apprenticeships, employed by Stowe Australia Proprietary Limited and trained by TAFE New South Wales. Mitchell Bowes, Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology, Group Training Organisation, ECA Training Proprietary Limited, employed by Nilsson New South Wales Proprietary Limited, trained by TAFE New South Wales. Olivia Chambers, Certificate 4 in Beauty Therapy, employed by LV Style, trained by TAFE New South Wales. Drew Dudley, Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology, Group Training Organisation, ECA Training Proprietary Limited, employed by Freedon Industries Proprietary Limited, trained by TAFE New South Wales. Christopher Rhodes, Certificate 3 in Heavy Commercial Vehicle Mechanical Technology, employed by Busways Blacktown Proprietary Limited, trained by TAFE New South Wales. And the winner of the 2020 Western Sydney and Blue Mountains Apprentice of the Year Award is Dannielle Bortoli. Dannielle completed a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology in December 2019. He commenced his employment with Nika Electrical Apprenticeships and was hosted by Stowe Australia Proprietary Limited throughout the course of his apprenticeship. Stowe Australia was so impressed by this young man that they offered him employment at the completion of his off-the-job training component. His apprenticeship made him recognise the many benefits of vocational education and training, which highlighted the challenges and demands of what Dannielle described to the panel as a lifelong, rewarding career.
First of all, I'd like to thank Nika Group Training, first of all for nominating me for the award. They gave me the opportunity to do my apprenticeship. They hired me, they helped me through TAFE. I would also like to thank Stowe Australia. Stowe Australia was my host company and they gave me the training I needed. They helped me through TAFE because I've worked with people who did the same vet course. And just giving me the job at the end of my apprenticeship. So I'd like to thank Stowe. I'd also like to thank my parents for giving me the great work ethic and for letting me do what I want outside of school. They're encouraging me to do what I like and, as I said, giving me the support through my apprenticeship as well.
This almost brings us to the end of the 2020 New South Wales Training Awards, Western Sydney and Blue Mountains region. But before we go, we have a few people to thank. The Western Sydney Vocational Training Awards are not possible without the ongoing support of our volunteer committee members. I want to acknowledge and thank the hard-working and dedicated team who meet regularly to ensure tonight is a huge success. Finally, I want to thank you, the parents, the family, the friends, the employers, the training organisations, for giving these individuals the greatest opportunity to succeed in life. Without your support and guidance, they would not be here today. Congratulations to all our finalists and our winners.
On behalf of Training Services New South Wales, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to the registered training organisations, the businesses and the other partners who have worked so closely with us over recent months to make this Training Awards celebration a success. Your effort is so significant on top of everything else that you do in making this a triumphant event. Thank you very much. We look forward to your ongoing support. To all our finalists today, congratulations on your achievement and my best wishes for the future.